understanding this video can change everything. And I'm not just saying that. It's this idea that most people think if they want to change their life, they just need to think differently. And I felt that for years, right? Think better thoughts, be more positive, visualize what they want, and somehow it shows up. And again, there's some benefits to visualization, but here's where I'm going with this. Because if that were true, you would already be living a completely different life if you could think it differently. But here's the problem: your personality isn't just how you think. Your personality is how you think, and then how you feel, and then how you act, and then how it's repeated over and over and over again. And what happens is over time, that loop becomes automatic. That's what I call the programming. So, what most people are really doing is trying to change their life from inside the same personality that created it. And so, if your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings drive your actions, and your actions reinforce your identity, then your personality isn't something that you have, it's something that's running. It's the puppies playing. But the moment that you can see that pattern, that moment you could witness your thoughts, which I talk about a lot, your reactions, your behaviors, you're no longer fully inside of it. You're a witness to it. And then there's a space to it. And that space is where change becomes possible. But this is where I think people get it wrong. They think, okay, I see the pattern. Now I'll just decide to be different. And then they try to act differently, right? But it doesn't feel natural. Of course it doesn't, right? It could feel forced, it could feel uncomfortable. Yes. But what happens is they stop. And again, of course it feels uncomfortable because you're asking your body to live in a personality it's not used to. Okay? So real change doesn't happen when you decide. It happens when you can think differently, feel differently, and act differently over and over and over and over again before it feels natural. Okay? That's the work, right? And to me, awareness, which again I talk about all the time because it is the baseline for all of this. And it's what gives you the opportunity to interrupt the pattern. But again, interruption alone isn't enough. You have to choose a new thought, generate a new emotional state, and take action from that state again, over and over and over again. Not once, not when it feels good, but consistently enough that your nervous system starts to recognize it as familiar. We're an itty bitty channel. If you like any of this, like and subscribe. And thank you for all the support.